So let's talk about SOTP. Since you have asked, now we have done our analysis on EV by EBITDA. Okay, यहाँ पे करें SOTP. Is some of the parts. इसमें the classic example is Tata Group and the Mahindra and Mahindra Group. Tata Group is not listed, but M&M is listed. M&M Holdings. जो तुम्हारा ऑटो कंपनी है ना M&M, which is listed, it is M&M Holding. It is not M&M Automobiles. If you look on screener, M&M, it is Mahindra and Mahindra Limited. That is the parent company. It has a presence across financial companies. I see. It also presents across financial services, auto company and hospitality, infrastructure, retail, logistics, steel trading, IT business, aerospace through its subsidiaries and group companies. So this is one of the most diversified automobile companies in India. जहाँ पे ये बहुत कुछ पूरा ये महिंद्रा इसी में it is listed. This is Mahindra Holding is it. अभी इसमें क्या है? पहले से इसमें तुम्हारा आया ऑटो आ गया, ठीक है, ऑटोमोबाइल आ गया, फिर आया तुम्हारा अभी ये जो कंपनी है M&M majorly does automobiles, ठीक है, but this companies also have investment in other subsidiaries. वो भी listed है, जो listed है. It is major auto, okay, majority इसका जो sales आता है वो ऑटो से आता है, ठीक है. How will you value auto sector, auto company? We discussed which valuation metrics. Which valuation metric auto sector के लिए P या EV by EBITDA? अजय क्या था?
ये कैपेक्स है ना ज्यादा इसमें.
ज्यादा कैपेक्स है एंड डेट भी होगा कैपेक्स है तो
राइट.
तो EV by EBITDA. तो दिस कंपनी वैल्यूड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ EV by EBITDA, ठीक है, क्योंकि ये इसके सेल्स यहाँ से जनरेट होते हैं M&M से. अभी M&M also have investments in तुम्हारा लाइफ स्पेस हो गया, ठीक है, लाइफ स्पेस हो गया, फिर उसके वो होटल्स लाइन हो गया, होटल्स में आ गया इसके लाइफ स्पेस वॉज योर तुम्हारा बिल्डिंग्स, ओके, रियल एस्टेट, ये होटल्स में आया, और ना क्लब महिंद्रा, दैट इज आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ दिस. और महिंद्रा लाइफ स्पेस करके भी है जो रियल एस्टेट बना रहा है. फिर इस पे आए तुम्हारे M&M फाइनेंशियल्स भी आते हैं, M&M फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज, ठीक है. नाउ देयर आर मेनी सच थिंग्स, इसमें बहुत सारे हो गए. अभी मेजरली ना ये सब लिस्टेड है, लाइफ स्पेस लिस्टेड है, होटल्स लिस्टेड है, फाइनेंशियल सर्विस लिस्टेड है, और M&M का इसमें कुछ होल्डिंग परसेंटेज है. आउट ऑफ द लेट अस से M&M owns 20% of life space, okay. M&M owns 30% of hotels. Financial services is 10%, ठीक है. होल्ड ना मतलब M&M का इसमें होल्डिंग, ठीक है, M&M का इसमें होल्डिंग ना. ये कंपनी तो हमने EV by EBITDA पे वैल्यू कर दिया, ठीक है. इस पे जो EBITDA आया हमने मल्टीप्लाई करके इसका एक वैल्यूएशन आ गया, ठीक है. ऐसे मैं बोलूँ कि इसका EV मल्टीप्लाई 15 है, इसका EBITDA लेट से आया 1000 करोड़ कुछ, तो इसका वैल्यूएशन हो गया, इसका वैल्यूएशन ये ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री का इसका वैल्यूएशन हो गया 15,000 करोड़. बट व्हाट अबाउट दिस, ये भी तो उसने इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है, ये भी तो इसमें इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है, तभी इसका वैल्यूएशन कैसे होगा? तो M&M इन्वेस्टमेंट का जो मार्केट कैप है, करंट मार्केट कैप, ठीक है, करंट मार्केट कैप कंपनीज का कौन से, क्योंकि ये भी लिस्टेड है, लाइफ स्पेस लिस्टेड है, होटल लिस्टेड है, फाइनेंशियल सर्विस लिस्टेड है. इसका जो मार्केट कैप है, लेट अस से इट इज इसका लेट्स से 20,000 है, इसका लेट्स से 15,000 है, इसका लेट्स से 5,000 है, एंड इसका लेट्स से 60,000, ठीक है, ओके. अभी इसमें कितना स्टेक था महिंद्रा का? महिंद्रा हैड अ स्टेक ऑफ 20% इंटू 20%. सो महिंद्रा का स्टेक ये कंपनी में टोटल 4,000, 5,000, 15,000, तो ये सब एक्चुअली तुम्हारे कंपनी में add होता है. So your company valuation should be this 15,000 plus this. As of now, I'm doing this. Okay. So your company valuation is 15,000 that you have come up plus the holding company valuation. So तुम अगर M&M को track कर रहे हो तो M&M valuation मतलब market cap should be 26,500 and then divide by number of shares. जो भी number of shares है उसमें तुमको तुम्हारा equity value आ जाएगा. ठीक है. This is called sum of the parts valuation. But इसमें एक catch था कि देखो तुमने तो सिर्फ इसमें investment किया है ना, तुमने तो सिर्फ इसमें investment किया है, तो तुम्हारा value ऐसे directly नहीं बढ़ सकता. It cannot increase directly because there is no control. M&M को ये कंपनीज पे कोई भी कंट्रोल नहीं है. They don't मतलब M&M का CEO जैसे पवन गोयनका has no relation with this all companies. ये सब कंपनीज के अलग अलग CEOs है और अलग अलग कंपनीज है, अलग अलग लोग हैं. तो there is something called holding company discount. Holding company discount. What is that holding company discount? होल्डिंग कंपनी डिस्काउंट मतलब ये कंपनी तो कुछ कर नहीं रही है ये सबका ग्रो होने को. एम आई राइट? कल लाइफ स्पेस अगर ग्रो हुआ हायर पेस तो एमएनएम का होल्डिंग का क्या लेना देना उसमें? डिड दे डू एनीथिंग टू ग्रो? लाइफ स्पेस को उसके पैसे ग्रो हो रहा है. मींस योर ओनली इन्वेस्टमेंट इज ग्रोइंग. यू आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग फॉर द कंपनी टू ग्रो. सो नाउ दैट इज व्हाई व्हेन यू वैल्यू अ कंपनी ऑन एमएनएम होल्डिंग तुम ना इस पे एक डिस्काउंट देते हो. दैट इज अराउंड you give a holding company discount of 20% on this entire. अब ये 20% कैसे है ना, इट इज यूनिवर्सल कि ये लोग 20% लेते हैं क्योंकि तुम पूरा का पूरा कंपनी का वैल्यू नहीं ले सकते बिकॉज यू आर नॉट you are the one who is not responsible for any operations of this company. इसका मार्केट कैप ग्रो होता है या इंक्रीज होता है डिक्रीज होता है, यू हैव नो कंट्रोल ऑन दैट. दैट इज वाई अगर इफ यू हैव टू वैल्यू अ कंपनी तुम सीधा सीधा ये वैल्यू नहीं करोगे कि चलो मेरा वैल्यूएशन 11,000 करोड़ हो गया, सिर्फ मैंने इन्वेस्ट किया इसके लिए. एंड इन्वेस्ट इट इज नॉट इन्वेस्टमेंट, इट इज एन होल्डिंग. तुमने वो पैसा ऑलरेडी जब महिंद्रा बना था तो उसका पार्ट ऑफ होल्डिंग बिलोंग्स टू एमएनएम. दैट 20% डिस्काउंट. सो व्हाट हैपेंस ओवर हियर इज 40,000 into 1 minus 20% discount. So you will not take the entire value, you will take a discounted value and then this is how you find the company. That is 20 and अगर मार्केट खराब है ज्यादा तो 30% डिस्काउंट लेता है. Okay, usually 20 to 30% discount on the market cap of this companies because you don't have controlling stake in that. See, अगर if it was a subsidiary ना तो that would have been different thing. हाँ, अगर ये तुम्हारा subsidiary होता means M&M Pawan Goenka has some power to influence the business of these people. Okay. Okay. Fine. If they had some what do you say? If they have some power to influence, if they were subsidiary, then वो ऐसे नहीं होता valuation. Since it is an investment and M&M is just the holding one, मतलब they have just invested in the company and forgot. So उसका valuation, when you're looking for a future valuation, you always give a 20% discount. If the market is too bad, you give 30% discount. So it is between 20 to 30% on a safer side. So 20 to 15 to 20% Q because market gives around that much of return, 20% CAGR. Or in tough times, market can go down by 30%. So can I बोलूं, this is your cost of equity? Can I say that? One type of cost of equity discounting ना, discounting किया ना तुमने? एक type का discounting ही था. So it is your cost of equity ideally. तो 20% के आसपास तुम लेते हो because of the riskiness of the companies. Okay, fine. 20 to 30% के बीच में लेते हैं. Got Ajay? Sum of the parts. Fine. Ajay, Sanjay, any doubts? Doubts? Any doubts? This was base. Okay, this is one way of doing it. If the companies are listed, okay, if the companies are listed and you are just holding, you don't have
Yes.
any, you don't have any, I will write, if the company don't have any control, any control on the operations of the company. But abhi, for that sense, we'll talk about Reliance. We'll talk about Reliance. So major, abhi, how to value Reliance? This is one way of doing. I took 20%. Why? Because usually there is a cost of equity. Okay. There is cost of equity. अच्छा. Now what about Reliance? Reliance का मेजर तो ऑयल एंड गैस है, बराबर. मेजर रेवेन्यू ऑयल एंड गैस से आता है. दूसरा, you know,
जियो जियो
जियो से, राइट. दूसरा आता है जियो से. Now he's expanding into retail, correct? Retail, fashion, right? Retail में fashion नहीं, sorry. Retail, हाँ retail, और retail मतलब मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो डीमार्ट टाइप, ठीक है, ग्रोसरी, ठीक है. एंड ये फैशन में तुम्हारा वो भी नए नए ट्रेंड जो आया वो रिलायंस का, ठीक है, रिलायंस ट्रेंड्स और वो सब. और अभी वो और भी है तुम्हारे डिजिटल में. इज मुकेश अंबानी ओनिंग ऑल दोस? यस और नो? इज मुकेश अंबानी हैव अ डायरेक्ट इन्फ्लुएंस ऑन दिस? मतलब रिलायंस, फॉर एक्चुअल रिलायंस, the holding company. It is not a holding company now. Reliance have not done investment in this company. वो उसी के company है. It is Reliance own company. Now, when you have such kind of subsidiaries or maybe your own companies into different segments, can you use P for Reliance directly? जो भी profit होगा इसका, can you use P? हमने P के limitations देखे थे. क्या थे limitations P के? What were the limitations of P? लिखे थे. फिर वो हम लिखे थे ना limitations of P. What was it? Ajay, what were the limitations of P? Acha, no, we have none written. Okay. I told you we will write it later on. अच्छा, EV by EBITDA के क्या थे? हाँ लिखे थे ना. हम्म, लिखे थे ना यहाँ पे. क्या थे limitations? पैट इज लीनियर. होगा क्या? रिलायंस रिटेल, रिलायंस फैशन, जियो में पैट लीनियर होगा क्या? दे आर व्हाट? स्टार्टअप्स. स्टार्टअप एज इन ग्रोइंग कंपनीज. एम आई राइट? They are growing companies and they might be having debt. Reliance to have debt because of oil and gas. They have a lot of debt, and that debt obviously might be using for Reliance as well as for Geo. Sorry, for Geo retail finance. How are they growing? They are growing by debt only. Reliance is taking debt. Reliance is not putting his own money to a different venture. He is taking debt and he is expanding. So can I say in this, how will you value Reliance oil and gas business? Which valuation multiple? Which valuation multiple will you use to value Reliance and oil and gas? There are only two, there are three
EV
things.
EV by EBITDA.
EV by EBITDA. So what about Geo? Now, Geo is specifically a startup, a loss-making company. Acha, now telecom business. First, it is telecom, so it should be EV by EBITDA. But if it's a loss-making company, EBITDA level loss, so it can
EV
also
by
use.
sales. Sales?
Sorry,
EV by sales.
EV by sales because it has debt as well. It has debt as well. So either you can use EV by EBITDA or you can use EV by sales. Okay, not price to sales because this company is not a startup. ये startup नहीं है. मतलब it is backed by a big player and they have debt. मतलब see when you जब तुम startup चालू करोगे ना, you go and find कि मेरे पास एक idea है. You go to bank बोल मेरे पास एक idea है. Bank will not give you loans. बोलेंगे पागल है क्या तुम, तुम्हारा आइडिया तुम्हारे पास रखो. Go find an investor who can invest. But if Mukesh Ambani goes and tell कि I have an idea, bank will give 3 times loan than he requires. Do you agree? Do you agree? No, Geo was what? Geo was an idea only by Reliance. That optical fiber. That is a new technology in India. So for that, people have given debt because he have a lot of backing. So that is why EV by sales. Or else it would have been price to sales. If this was, if Geo was a startup saying that is a new product, it has come into the market, then it would have been price to sales because startups don't get loans. Startups don't get loans. Okay. What about groceries now? What about groceries? Groceries like an FMCG business. How will you value? How will you value? Groceries and FMCG business जहाँ पे ज्यादा फ्लक्चुएशन नहीं होता है, profits are linear, growth is also linear.
P, right?
So yeah, so you will use P over here. And grocery business are cash generating business. B2C होता है तो they don't even require working capital loans. So the debt is very, very low. All the, even if Reliance start a grocery shop, he will take that shop on rent. He will not buy. Usually they don't buy a land. Apart from DMart is the only FMCG, producing this company who has their own lands. That is why it is valued at that pay, at that high. Other companies never take uh, places on, or they buy their places. It is always on rent. Those places are always on rent. So what about fashion now? What about fashion? Now fashion, let us say I assume that okay, it is a startup. Reliance को backing नहीं है. Reliance doesn't have a backing for that. Then what to use?
EV by EBITDA.
Sorry.
EV by EBITDA.
But I'm saying that this is one thing. Fashion, if they have debt, if they are debt and higher capex. Now I'm saying it is a startup, and fashion they are starting something new, and Reliance is not backing up. It's a startup. Means a new company ki fashion, fashion में there are wafer thin margins. देखो, you look at any fashion companies, ABFRL. Have you seen ABFRL? अच्छा, have you wondered कि इसके margins जो company होते हैं ना, clothing companies, they have wafer thin margin. Indian fashion companies runs on, मतलब the cheap fashion. I'm not talking about the premium brands, the local brands. Local brands run on a wafer thin margin. Unke margins are very, very low. You see, 7%, 10%. Go to profit margins. They are usually loss making only. Profit margins, they are usually loss making. Kabhi kabhi, they are also at EBITDA level loss. Okay, this they have done good in the COVID, but if you look at the history, see the margins 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This was COVID. That is why they had बहुत growth हुआ था ये fashion industry में अचानक से. But this margin, they have a wafer thin margin. They they only strive on volumes. They only strives on volumes because cotton price is very fluctuating in the market. First of all, cotton price is very much fluctuating. You see 85, 60, 57, 45, 48, 46. The manufacturing cost might increase, labor cost keeps on increasing. So this is a very labor intensive business and an agriculture wise business. Rainfall kharab, pura industry gets, the fashion industry gets impacted. Why? Because the cotton or the silk prices get impacted. Okay, demand अचानक से बढ़ गया. Cotton demand is not only in apparels but also in your bed, also somewhere for packaging. Some cottons are exported from India. So this is a very risky business. So I never invest in this business, though I see pantaloons because I have seen what happened with pantaloons. The Future Group, Kishore Biani Group. He was bankrupt, Kishore Biani. Why? Big Bazaar, the Big Bazaar guy. Because the major Big Bazaar have started fashion. Fashion is one of the worst business ever. Though the charts have increased, see the chart for ABFRL. This was the COVID. Then you had a dream run that 100 became 300, and now see what happened. Again, 190. And you can look at the history. See, look at the history. If it started over here, 154 in 2013, it was only 200 in the 7 years. Not even doubled. Not even double in 7 years. Yeah, FD amount would have been double in 7 years. Okay, FD amount gets double in 7 years if you put in FD, compounding growth. Now, I don't prefer these companies, but if what if you have to track, there can be a good way. There are so many companies, Aditya, Shopper Stop, Future Lifestyle, Future Enterprise. Then there is again there are a few V Mart, no sorry V Mart, V2 Retails, Oxenberg. Okay, those companies means the front end, not the producing one, the one who makes the product, the brand. Aditya Birla is a pantaloons, and also those companies are usually valued at price to sales because their EBITDA is very, very fluctuating. Their margins are very fluctuating. So what cannot fluctuate means what is there in the company's hand is the sales. They cannot cut cost because it is not in your hands, and margins, and they can only what they can do is they can uh, only sales is there in their hands. Rest there's nothing in their hand. So that is why this is how you value. Now how will you do? Now Reliance have a EBIT, might be having a profit. And the problem is that you don't get this data. You don't get this data. So now Reliance is coming into uh, the banking industry also, right? NBFC. Reliance got listed like Reliance NBFC recently. Now how will you value that? That is valued by price to book value. NBFC is price to book value. Now what is price to book value? This we haven't done. What is price to book value? What is book value? If I ask you what is book value? Book value of a company. Sanjay, what is book value? Sanjay must be knowing. Ajay, what is book value? Ajay, Sanjay, I hope you know. What is book value? No, Ajay. Price is written. Where it is written in the books? Okay, Joel will answer. Joel is an analyst now. Joel, what is book value? Hi Joel, how are you? And we have an analyst with us today. Joel? Acha, you're outside. Okay, fine. Guys, book value is what? Book value means value of the company as per books. What do you call equity value of a company? When I say what is the equity value of the company, what do you say? You say what? Market cap, no? Total market cap. That is number of shares into price. That is market price. When you talk about book value, means if I tell you what is the value of the company, today you want to sell your company. What is the value? When you want to sell your company, can I say you sell off all your assets and minus all the liabilities, minus long term and short term liabilities, right? Right now, what is that? Asset minus long term and short term liabilities. What is the total equity? Total equity in the books, in balance sheet. Guys, that is the value of the company. Ajay, book value is what? Book value of a company means when you want to sell your company, your total assets minus your long term and short term liabilities will get you the total equity. Means as per, if you want to sell your company today, as per books, this is the value. But what happens since the assets that is there, okay, the value that you report on balance sheet and the actual market value is different, right? The value that you report on balance sheet and the actual value is different because we report values as per accounting standards. We took depreciation by directly dividing by useful life. So this all numbers are as per books, not as per market value, because we don't have the intention to sell. But what about in banks? What are the assets in bank and what are the liabilities in bank? What are the assets in bank and what are the liabilities in bank? Cash, cash deposits, loan given. So can I say the asset value of the bank is same as the market value? Asset value of the bank is same as the market value. So book value is, we have given now, I wrote over here net assets, shareholders funds, total equity value. It is what? It is the net asset value, shareholders funds and equity value. Okay, is the net asset. So what is price to book value? Is price to book value you do only for financials company. Okay, the company who deals in cash, whose assets and liabilities are all cash. Now obviously what you do with that value, so obviously uh ICICI Bank will have a higher quality of loans than an SBI bank because SBI gives loans to anyone. ICICI do stringent background check of the client. Okay, so obviously ICICI can make more money than SBI, right? That is why we value ICICI private banks at much higher value. Means what you will do, a company is making a book value of 1,000. So you will say same concept is same. P concept, EV by but you just value on the book value. We valued on profit, we valued on EBITDA. Here you value on the book value. That is the only difference. Same, you value company based on 5 times. So the value, so the price to book value, the company will have, the value of the company is 5,000 crores. Same, concept is same, but it is just called the book value. Okay. Got it now, Ajay? What is book value? When you say book value of a company, it is the actual value of the assets minus liabilities. Okay. That SOTP. Okay. And when we talk about that SOTP, you will value the NBFC based on price to book value because it is a part of uh, it is a financial company, financial institutions. So now when you value Reliance, you have to find first EBITDA of the oil business. Then you have to find EBITDA or sales of Geo. Then you have to find the profit for grocery shop. Then you have to find the sales again for fashion. And then again for NBFC, you have to find the book value of NBFC. Now when you look at the console statement of Reliance, console statement, everything will be clubbed. You don't know anything of the company. So that is why it becomes very difficult to value such companies. But yeah, if you have the data, you have to do it this way. If Reliance gives you a bifurcation, okay, from oil and gas, they have earned, let's say, 1,000 crores of EBITDA. For Geo, their sales is, let's say, 500 crores. Grocery shop, EBITDA, sorry, P is, let's say, no, sorry, EPS is, let's say, 60. Or let's say profit is, let's say, 600 crores. Okay. Fashion, again, sales is, let's say, 900 crores. And NBFC's book value is around, let's say, 5,000 crores. Okay. And what you will do, this is EBITDA of oil company. Okay. This is sales of Geo. See what I'm doing? Sales of Geo. Then grocery shop, P, it is like, so EPS, let's say profit. Okay. Profit. Then fashion, I will say again, sales of fashion. And NBFC, I will say book value. Now, when you get all this data, now what relative valuation multiple will use? Relative multiple. Relative multiple. You will compete this EBITDA with oil and gas companies in the market, which are only government companies. Oil India, ONGC, SPCL, BPCL. So you will compare the EV by EBITDA multiple of those company. Let us say an average industry multiple is 5, say 15. Okay. You will compare Geo. Geo, whom will you compare with? Bharti Airtel and Vodafone. Let us say their EV by sales is around 10. Okay. Then Reliance Groceries. Groceries. Groceries will, uh, whom you compare groceries, you will compete with DMart, VMart. Okay. And retail, no? Reliance retail is same as Reliance, sorry, same as DMart. So you will compare it with DMart. DMart, let us say DMart has a PE of, sorry, a PE of 50. Fashion, now fashion, you will obviously compare with ABFRL or maybe, Louis Philippe or companies which are listed in the segment. Let us say their price to sales is, let's say, 7. Okay, now this is NBFC. NBFC, you will compare with other NBFC. Let's say if it's Mahindra, or let's say L&T NBFC, it is Edelweiss, whichever MNC, whichever NBFC falls in this. Yeah, for the Bajaj Finance. Now depend. You also have to find which type of NBFC is it. Bajaj Finance is specifically consumer. Reliance might be, only for a different segment. Let's say M&M Financials is only for autos. Major portfolio is autos. Bajaj Finance is consumer. If you talk about Indostar as a company which only gives financing to commercial vehicles, major financing is commercial vehicles. So you can compete at all. I say it is 3 times. Then you will get the valuation of the company. Then what, as per EV by EBITDA, the company valuation is, okay, this is as per EV by EBITDA. Okay. Then this is as per Geo. And again, all you multiply. Okay. Now then all by divided by number of shares. Total number of shares. This is the total market value of the company. Total market value of the company should be 1,28,000. This is how you find. And this is called SOTP. Okay. This is called SOTP. Fine. Fine, guys. Any doubts? Any doubts? Sanjay, clear now? Sanjay? Guys, all clear? All clear? This was your SOTP valuation. Two things I told you. One is based on the holding company if you don't have any control. Now this is to obviously Reliance have control on all this. And there it is called a part of subsidiary. Subsidiaries are also valued same way. Okay. Okay, guys. Fine. Fine. So guys, I have to leave. I have some work. Okay. So what will I suggest that Ajay, Sanjay, you guys can join the weekend batch. Okay. Now since you only two comes, Shivesh comes at times. So Shivesh, okay, if you are interested, you can come for the weekend batch. So majority our portion is done. Only report writing is pending. And for that report writing, I want people to interact because every time you have to come up with a report. So Ajay Sanjay to know how to write report. But Ajay, if you want now, you can send me the report. We can always have a class with you. Okay, how to write reports. But first you have to do some analysis, okay, of the stock, conference call reading and all. Okay, so let me know once your research is done. Okay, let me know. That time we will talk about uh, the report writing. So Ajay,
Yes.
what you have to read is conference call as if you have done it, right? Conference call you have done it, but it should
Yes.
be for
Yes.
the last 4 quarters. Okay, should be for the last
O-
4 quarters. Then you should also read the M&A, sorry, M, D, and A of all of the annual report, MDA section of the annual report, and you should be able to break down sales. You should be able to break down sales for all last 5 to 10 years. I used to recommend read MDA of last 5 years of the company if you want to do analysis. That what has happened in the last 5 years. For Metro, you can do it at least for 2 3 years. For 4 companies, okay, you can get the data. You can write the data. Whatever data you get, just write it in a Word file and keep it. MDA of annual report of last 4 companies, conference calls of last 4 quarters, four quarters and 4 companies. Okay. Then MDA, that's it. At least read do these things. Once you get, let me know. We will continue our classes again. Do this and send me in a Word format, and then I will let you know how to format this stuff. Because if you don't know this, writing will become difficult. And now, since there are a lot of IPOs, DRHP of a company in your sector, for company in your sector. Now, how I told for sorry, for your footwear industry, Metro was the recent DRHP, recent DRHP, recent DRHP, recent DRHP of the company in your sector. And what you should read, you should only read industry overview. Should read the industry overview. Okay. And you find whichever company, whichever sector you are following, which is the latest company was listed. So autos and real estate, you will find many small auto companies. So you can do this. Ajay, I will tell you now, if you are free enough, learn about the auto sector or the FMCG sector. Take 4 companies auto sector. It is asked a lot in interviews. Usually, you have a lot of openings for autos and FMCGs in the markets. Even
Okay.
Crisil has this entry opening. I have seen a lot of time auto and FMCG sector because it's easy. Freshers can grab it easily. No one will pay you, let's say, 20 lakhs to do FMCG auto. So they prefer freshers because auto is very difficult. Sorry, very easy. Auto and FMCG because we use it every day. So I will suggest do a research on auto and FMCG companies. Footwear, so you have already done it. When you're done with this, let me know. We will start writing reports. You should have data to write reports, or else there is no point. Just take data, write, and don't just copy paste. Write it in your own words. If you read one paragraph, don't copy paste the paragraph. Write it in your own words. What have you summarized from the paragraph? Pointer, data or specific, we say data points. You can write that this is the data. That sentence is fine, but in the whole paragraph, you should summarize it. Try summarizing that. Try summarizing it. We will uh we will catch up later on. Till then, Sanjay, Ajay, you can join my weekend batch. Okay, that starts at 10:30 Saturday to 1. 10:30 to 1 Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Shivesh, these guys have done the models and all. So you do your model and then come. You have not sent any of your models. Okay, do your models because again you will be fresher than over there. So these guys have already done. It is like more one step ahead in research. There are many people over there, so we can interact with each other.
So there, what portion is going on in
It's
weekend
same.
batch?
Now that we have just started making models.
Acha.
Okay. So, but
Mhm.
in while making models, also we discuss few things. I don't know why this, why that.
And what is the timing then?
10:30 to 1 morning.
Okay, okay.
It's okay. It's okay. If
Week
you have free, then obviously videos will be there, so you can go and watch. I will let you know
and,
specifically. Now, if you're discussing specific, now I will tell you know. I will let you know that Ajay. Okay, go and watch today's video. There is
okay.
something I have discussed. Okay.
And
If you are
weekend
free,
means
join
on Saturday and Sunday or only on Sunday?
Saturdays and Sunday.
Okay, okay.
It is not compulsion because there are other people also in the group. Now they keep on interacting. So I want you, you also get some knowledge about from other people. Okay, what are they talking?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, Shivesh. Okay, Shivesh, these videos are available now. Watch this. These are the same videos over there. You can watch these videos and start making your model. Okay, okay, guys. Okay, we'll be in touch. Okay, enough. I'll send you the Excel file. If any doubts, Ajay, Sanjay, just let me know. Just text me. You can. Sanjay, we can meet anytime. Ajay, if you come this side anywhere, if you're looking for jobs again, just let me know. Okay. If you're going for any interviews and let's say, if I have some connects in that company, you might get a reference. So just keep me in loop. Okay. It might happen that I might have a reference or my friend might have a friend over in the company where you're going. Okay. The interview might be easy then. Okay. Okay, guys. See you. And all the best. Bye bye. Good night. Good night.